This is just Alan, your Tube advocate, for now. Thank you for your continued support. Please help to get the word out by any means that you feel appropriate. And I'm not just saying that to hear myself talk. Please let people know about your Tube advocate, because the more people that we can get involved, the more likely YouTube is to listen. I know it's been a while since 1.2, but I wanted to give YouTube staff an opportunity to respond or react to certain situations involving myself and others before posting this video. Before I get into that, I'd like to take a quick detour. The creation of YourTubeAdvocate is a point of contention with a certain individual who feels in some way that I've usurped his assumed authority as a representative or the real representative of the people. This individual has been posting confrontational and at times hostile comments in multiple places regarding this issue. For the sake of conversation, I'll call this individual Mr. Snappleseed. Mr. Snappleseed, I'm not attempting to take your crown or become the president of some little club. I'm sorry if this channel has gained a larger following in a shorter period of time. And as far as I'm concerned, you can reign supreme in YouTubia forever. This channel was created to give people a voice, and not for shameless self-promotion. You know, for example, by having multiple accounts under multiple personas and having all of them direct the attention back to one individual. Next week you can file your grievance with the next advocate. But until then, you can stomp your feet, take your ball, and go home, because I'm not into games, and I didn't even know who you were until I read the comments. But enough about that. In 1.2 I mentioned that I'd be passing some information I received about harassment along to YouTube staff. Let's just say that the response, in my opinion, was less than desirable. I think YouTube has taken a dismissive and nonchalant stance on this subject. I forwarded links for the offending accounts to multiple contacts on YouTube, and only one of those replied. That individual suggested that I should tell people how to block other users, because we're not that bright and we couldn't figure that out. And then suggested that I forward those links to support, who never answers emails with anything but a form letter. The thing is, this wasn't your typical hater. These individuals had mirrored, taunted, and at times seemed threatening to other individuals on YouTube. This is unacceptable, and YouTube has no legitimate excuse for allowing these accounts to remain open. I was hesitant to speak on the next subject because it directly applies to me and my regular channel, but I was asked to do so by many subscribers. In 1.2 I mentioned the poor flagging system on YouTube, and the way that YouTube handles removing videos or banning individuals. And then what do you know? I made a video that pissed off teenagers, got flagged, and then got removed. In a shocking turn of events, many thought there might be a connection between the removal of my video and my critical statements. You can form your own opinion about that, but I digress. My first point of contention is that there was no notification as to why the video was removed. I believe the only reason that any member of YouTube staff communicated with me about the situation is because of a massive effort by my subscribers and others to have the video reinstated. I am thankful that YouTube staff chose to reinstate my video because I know they were under no obligation to do so, but I would still like clarification as to why my video was removed when others were not, and why my video continues to be restricted with an 18-year-old confirmation button when others are not. The reason that being restricted matters is because you lose all pre-existing honors and favorites and the privilege of being in the most viewed or most discussed. And I get that it's a privilege. I understand this isn't a democracy. I understand this is a business. It just seems like bad business to have inconsistent policies and procedures. While you can find thousands of videos that are more offensive with their center pick and their actual content than mine, I'll restrict this conversation to partner videos, and I'll provide links over here. For the sake of time and space, I didn't list them all. But if we're talking about offensive images or gamed photos, how about Renetto or DMGI? Or pretty much every video by nogoodtv, which is in the most discussed and most viewed every day. And I guess that some could argue that nogoodtv's vid pics aren't gamed, because the actual content is TNA and exploitation of women. But is that really an argument that you want to make? Is it? Now quickly, a few random things. Completely unrelated. Why are partner videos on autoplay? Is there a good reason? I watched an excellent video called An Intervention by AngryAussie, and I'll provide a link over here under More. Please check it out. I'm not going to tell you about it because I want you to watch it. And now for a quick analogy. I feel that right now YouTube is, let's call it the pony game station 2. And it dominates the market in its target demographic. But see, there's other systems and formats on the shelf and on the way. I don't know, but I think that copyright protected broadcast of television and movies might disappear from this site. And that teeny boppers might figure out that if they lie about their age, they can find things a lot more exciting than booty shaking videos. And then those kiddies might migrate over to something that's more cool or hip or fun. Let's call it the M-Tendo Wee Wee. And they will go there because there'll be less rules and restrictions, and they can wave their wand around as much as they like. And then let's just say that the Pony Game Station Corporation continues to be arrogant and not listen to their providers of original content, or, customers. Do you think then people might leave for something that actually works? Let's call it the Z-Box 360, and let your cumbersome Game Station 3 sit on the shelf, looking like a piano, not working. Just food for thought. Oh, one more thing. I've chosen my replacement, and the next YourTubeAdvocate is...
I'll be watching.